I'm 16. I made about $200,000 online over the last few years. Yeah, I know that sounds like success, but to me, it's complete failure. I never did it for me. It was always about my mum. Ever since I was 7 and my grandma got Alzheimer's, my mum's been stuck taking care of her every day. We are an Asian household, so we don't do nursing homes. Every day, there would be screaming and gibberish yelling from my grandma, and Mom would have to wake up 2 to 3 times a night to take her to the bathroom. She would tell me and my brother to go have fun, but I couldn't ignore what was going on. My dad was gone, half the time in another country. The house was full of fights, and my mum basically lost her whole life to being a caregiver. No more family dinners, going out, etc. My mum was always missing, and again, my dad wasn't here half the time. She said that it helped her strengthen her mental, and she was very fulfilled now because she knew taking care of grandma was the right thing to do. It didn't change the fact that whenever I saw her, there would be circles under her eyes or getting frustrated and exhausted from taking care of grandma every hour of the day while working a job, or the fact that she would never be there when we went out to go shopping or do anything. I thought if I worked hard enough, I could change that. So I cut off being a normal kid. No real friends, no social life, no childhood. I was that quiet kid, sitting alone at school and lunch, going home and being alone again, just trying to make it work. While everyone else was dreaming about cars or trips, the only thing I wanted was my mum to be free. It made it a heck of a lot harder to make things work since I had to communicate with other people and commission work with them. And because I am so disconnected to other people due to being alone all the time, I'm just not very good at making those connections and successfully working with others. Still, I tried, I guess. But 200,000 doesn't buy freedom. It doesn't erase years of stress. It doesn't change her life. And when I see kids my age in the same space, making tens of millions, kids who actually did retire their parents, it just makes everything I did feel meaningless. The money doesn't feel like mine. It feels like a receipt that proves I failed. I don't give a fuck about mansions, Lamborghinis, or luxury resorts. I want my mum to experience the life she deserved. And the worst part is, I even had to tell my mum some of this. I spent years staying silent, trying to protect her from knowing how much I was carrying because I knew she would worry about me in addition to grandma, and it still slipped out. That was the one thing I never wanted, and I failed at even that. Now, I just feel alien. I told you all I never had friends, only surface-level acquaintances. I'm being completely honest. This entire summer, for the last 2 months, I've had surface-level chats with one person. I've never been to a hangout in years. I don't have any idols or people I look up to either. I don't feel connected to anyone. During my past year in high school, although I maintained good grades, I talked 1 or 2 times a day, sometimes none. It makes me feel sad, always did, but I needed to ignore those feelings and push through to make money for mom. That's why I never feel like I got to experience a childhood. It was always silently grinding and smiling through it every day, so my family wasn't worried about me. It's not about me though. If I had made it work for my mum, it would have all been worth it. You get what I mean? I hope this doesn't sound pick-me and sound like, oh, I'm such a good person, caring for someone else. But I'm truly from the bottom of my heart, being honest. There's no point for me to lie at this point. It was hard for me to make this post even because I'm not used to showing my emotions. I feel them strongly, but that's how I grew up needing to suppress them, so my already tired mum wouldn't worry. A couple weeks ago, I almost drove into a tree. I didn't. But that shows how horrible this feels, both for you to understand and as proof to myself that this is real shit. I'd truly give up every dollar just to erase my memories and be a normal kid with a dream again. Because in my life, every time I was allowed to hope, it always ended in disappointed and reminded me I was alone. Not looking for pity, just want true replies from strangers. I don't care what it is, maybe just some acknowledgement.